So I just wanted to come online and talk briefly about something that I've been very passionate about expressing about for years. As someone who has been on my own spiritual journey, as we all are, and seen a lot of shaming and guilt tripping. And I speak against this as much as what it makes sense to, because it's something that's very prevalent in spiritual practice. And as someone who believes deeply in union, I've always found it such a contradiction that we spend so much energy focusing on selfishness. And specifically, when it comes to thinking it's selfish to go out and enjoy your life and to go out and see the world and to be one with it and unionized with all that life really does have to offer. We can get very drawn into this notion of only being of service, only being giving, and only striving to spend all of our time and energy working for others. We can be so bent into this perspective that we actually forget that when we do go out and enjoy our life, when we do go out and spend our time, our energy, our money, whatever it is, doing things we love, it typically does involve other beings, whether they created that thing we're enjoying or helped to manifest it. And often when we are enjoying that, we are unavoidably supporting others. And if our goal is to really support others, why are we shaming ourselves when we're actually doing that? You know, have we lost sight of the fact that we are supporting others when we go out and enjoy our lives? I do think that there's like a mindset here where we divide. And we say, well, if I'm out here spending time, money, energy, enjoying myself, then I'm selfish. Then I'm doing something only for myself and I'm selfish. First of all, this word selfish, what a mind trap that one is, right? Because you're making that judgment on yourself. And in that judgment, you are not seeing the complete union of your enjoyment also being completely supportive of the spirits of whoever is involved in the manifestations of that which you're enjoying. You are unavoidably unselfish just in that union. But if your awareness is tricking you into thinking it's a very selfish act because you are seeing that divide so clearly, well, then it is selfish. So far as you make it so, right? It's as selfish as you think it is. I guess it's as selfless as you think it is too. But, you know, I think the first issue here is just in the fact that we are shaming and guilt tripping ourselves for caring about ourselves and our own enjoyment. And that bleeds into us not feeling good enough, right? That bleeds into us having these high expectations of ourselves to only be selflessly servicing others. And there's nothing wrong with that necessarily. It's beautiful unless you then shame yourself out of just every little thing that you actually enjoy and want in life. And that gets tied up in desire and whatnot, but this is not about desire right here. I mean, it is. It is. But it's more so about understanding the full union of essentially what your desires bring, which is not just enjoyment for yourself. Not ever. Maybe not ever. I don't know. That's a tricky situation too, because what are we talking about, right? it could be anything. But as for the more innocent enjoyments in life, the things in which are absolutely supporting others, we can see this with a polarity. And on one side of this polarity, we are selfish. And on the other side, we are selfless. What if it's both? What if you are serving yourself and at the same time serving others? What if when you do go to that music show, and when you do buy that piece of art, and when you do go out to dinner, whatever it is, because the list is endless, you could see it as, well, I'm just doing it for myself. Or you could bring your awareness into a space of, yeah, this is for me. Nothing wrong with that, because I'm here too, to enjoy this life too. But I am also here doing this in union with the concept of serving those who helped to bring it into my experience. And I am supporting their life, their livelihood. I am helping them to make their dreams come true. I am putting money in their pockets. It's not just some selfish desire I have. It's an unavoidable service when you support others that way. And it's happening all the time, every day. So if through that support, whatever that support is, monetary or experiential, you are supporting someone somewhere on earth, then I think personally, I think that's beautiful. On these things real quick because it's just like, how do we get out of this loop of shaming ourselves in spirituality and get back to the core of what it really means to feel unionized in spirit and with spirit here as spirit? How do we come into union more? Union does not require us to shame and guilt trip ourselves. Yes, we can use discernment. Yes, we can hold ourselves to a moral standard. And yeah, if you really want to sit there and shame yourself out of every enjoyable thing in life, you have every right to do that. But it doesn't mean that you're being any more selfless than someone who goes out and enjoys their life, because it is unavoidable that when you are in the presence of spirit supporting others, you are being of service. Even when it doesn't look like direct service like that, because you're getting something out of it too, and it's very obvious that you are. Guess what? Those people are creating that in service to you. So let that union happen. Let it be. Self is all. Self is all. Union requires that we see this. And so when you're being of service to yourself, you are being of service to others, and vice versa. There is no separation. So by creating that divide so that you can live up to this ideal you have for yourself of being selfless, you are dividing yourself from spirit, and you are being less supportive of it. So thank you for listening if you've made it this far. I know that my talks are never that brief, but I have a lot to say, a lot going on up here constantly that needs to be released and shared. So, yeah, if you have any thoughts on this, I'd be interested to talk it out. To make a disclaimer, like, this is just me riffing on an idea. I speak with a lot of conviction. I do not expect you to agree. I do not expect anyone to change their mind based on what I am conveying here. This is just what I feel in my heart, and I could always be wrong. I could always change my mind someday, but this is where I'm at right now after many years of thinking on this, and yeah, I just felt to share.